whenever she wants to do something, yeah, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be yes. Unless I can't afford it, or we can't afford it, or there's some type of stipulation that causes a more of a loss than a gain, then I'm gonna say no. We probably have to revisit this. But in most cases, the answer is yes. So why would we entertain people who would tell us no? And it's like, once again, from the last video, like, you're looking for yes men. Then yeah, if you're not going to be somebody who wants to be in my life and help me grow and give me that type of nourishment inside my life, because once again, the world's population is 7.6 billion people on the entire planet. No, you don't have to deal with people who are not trying to rock with you. Think about it. Don't look for love. Build yourself up. You can only give what you have. You have that type of love. You don't have to worry about if someone loves you or not. I share a very odd perspective towards this. People who love themselves seem to move on a little bit faster, or, in the mature world, let's just say, have a little bit more lovers. And what ends up happening is because they know what it is they want. So they don't have to wait long and be like, do I want this? Do I want that? Right? And so when they go for something, they're a little bit more ambitious because of the self-love that they have. As time goes on, they make better and better decisions because they start making adjustments from their previous decision from whatever reason it didn't work out. That's natural. There's growth. And so before people start pointing fingers that you're a whore or you're lame or, whatever the case may be, whatever works for you, works for you. This is not to say that if you don't have self-love, and I'm talking about that all the way self-love, that you can't find somebody, because somebody can teach you love. And once again, you only give what you have. So if you find somebody who's giving you love and you've never had it before and you enjoy it, well, you're going to give it back, right? Or you're going to find a way to give it back, right? You do the things for those people that mean the most to you in ways that you could never imagine. For you to be in a world where your companionship is being met, you pay attention to those little weird things that you do, the little weird shows you like, if you like basketball or you like a certain type of music, or, you have a certain type of mindset, right? For a lot of people, I talk too much, right? I think too much. They say I overthink, or, I have all this other different stuff. But in certain circles that I sit in, we can't talk enough. We can't theorize enough. We can't, have what we call the shade oak tree talks anymore, right? We look for that and try to do it often. We sit down and we just, kind of ask ourselves, are we being the best we can be to help others in our world? There's those circles that, I sit in, and that's what we do. And so we try to, become entrepreneurs and create ways where we can create opportunities for other people. We're trying to be those guys and those girls. Find those people who share your views. Find those people who have that type of companionship. And like I said, you mix that in with you just loving yourself, man, you'll click at a whole new level. You'll click on a whole new level, and you don't have to worry about that energy we were talking about, keeping that same energy. It's easy, it's smooth, it's real, right? Real, recognize real. All of these little sayings, they all mean something. What I'm trying to present to everybody is that there's a combination where you can have the life you literally desire just by thinking about it. The book, The Secret, I tell you right now, like, it's real, right? You got to have the patience. You got to have the belief within yourself. You got to have that type of desire to meet your own goals, despite what other people are telling you. Now, once again, there's some people who's probably thinking the dark thoughts or whatever. We're talking about universally, right? Not everybody wants in the book they would tell you, not everybody wants a Ferrari. Not everybody wants a big house. Not everybody wants, $1 million. Some people just want enough just to feed their family, right? And maybe with them trying to have those type of desires, you have to understand that because the world itself is so plentiful, there's so many different resources that you can attach to. It doesn't have to be where you're just standing, like, use your imagination, get on the internet, talk to people, network, and go for what it is that you want. And you'll find these people who have the same drive, the same ambition, the same desires, or even so where they just want to be supportive. Those people are just as important as well, because you can learn from others. There's things that I am now more confident about doing in life than I ever have been, as opposed to what I used to be due to my next door neighbor, my partner, my friend, and it just a simple interaction. You can do this. When it comes to trying to be successful, don't feel like you can't. Always feel like you can. Like, it sounds cliche, but think about it. When you sit down and you really grasp that self-love itself is impenetrable to anything you want to do. I mean, anything. You can have literally anything you want. And some people even say anybody. It's more so learning how to communicate to people about what you want, what it is that you desire, and feel comfortable enough to let them in that world. Feel comfortable enough and be vulnerable enough to say, hey, this is my truth, right? Whether you accept it or not, I respect it. I respect your reality, as long as you, don't feel like you have to force me or hurt me against what it is that I see. Some people get nasty, right? They'll tell you, you're wrong for this or you're wrong for that. And it's not necessarily fair because they're looking at it through their eyes, not yours, right? And so by having that self-love, you will never have to worry about those things anymore. You would sit there and realize that they're hurting you because that's what they have. And so they don't love themselves. Self-love. You only give what you have. And so your self-love itself can be healing towards others. Search for that companionship. Search for that world where people share a similar interest and want to grow with you. You cannot go wrong. You have to be patient. You must be aware and cognitive and enjoy it, right? Enjoy that movement. Some people feel like I'm always on cloud nine. Some people feel like, are you really this happy? People who have met me, was talking to another friend, I was getting my hair cut, and it was like, is Kyle always like this? And my homegirl was like, yes, I really am always like this. I couldn't have it any other way anymore. Love yourself, please, right? And you will never have to search for it ever again. You'll have to be more just enjoying the companionship of others. You'll create bonds at deep, deep levels. So let me know what you think. Tonight was pretty long. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. If you actually listen to them as opposed to just clicking on the snap, because trust me, I do it too. Go back. I think Sunday I'm going to try to post all of them, as many as I can. And then I'll start some new material, change up a couple of things. Ask some questions. I'll discuss some options on how to come up with issues. I've helped people deal with some very serious situations. And, I'll try to come up with some examples to, not put anybody's name out there, whatever the case may be, but just how to deal with things in a different perspective where it can allow a greater flow in your life and not feel like it has to be stressful. So share, tag, whatever the case may be. Pretty soon, Instagram and YouTube will be up by the end of this month. All right. Thank y'all once again.